Morning, church. This is our last session on prayer, and this week we wrap up the talking about the prayer of thanksgiving. I think one of my favorite passages on this particular subject is found in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, beginning in verse 15. I'd like to read that to you. It says, "See that no one renders evil for evil to anyone, but always pursue what is good, both for yourselves and for all. Rejoice always. Pray without ceasing. In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you." Lots of Bible verses teach us about the will of God, but very few of them just come right out and tell you this is God's will for you. But this one does. This week we're talking about thanksgiving in our prayers. We have many, many things to be thankful for. And when we look at our country and take an honest look at what's happening, there's many things that we can't be thankful for. But I love what this verse says. In verse 18, it says, "In everything give thanks," not for everything. We're to give thanks to our Father for all our blessings, and we can count them and list them one after another, like Brother Jonathan was doing. We can list the things like Brother Josh was telling us about. Not for everything that's going on, but in everything, we're to give thanks. Many, many blessings that God has given us, we can be truly thankful for. As bad as our country is, and as much prayer as our country needs, where else could you go and have the freedoms that we have to worship our Father in heaven and to learn about Him? Nowhere that I can think of, except here in America. We've got a great many things to be thankful for. This verse also talks about rejoicing always, praying without ceasing. But we're not to render evil for evil to anyone. There are a lot of things in our country right now that upset us, that make us angry. This is the will of God, remember, in these verses. We're not to render evil for evil. We're not, but always to pursue what is both good for yourselves and for all. But the prayer of thanksgiving is the way it ends. In everything, give thanks. And I hope as you study these verses that you will truly think about the many things that we are and that we have to be thankful for. May God bless.